Why, hello, and welcome to Space Time with Robert. I'm Robert, and here's our first glimpse of Neptune of the year.
A planet Neptune. Analysis.
Location.
Eighth planet from the Sun.
Size.
Approximately 4 Earths.
Moon.
13.
Discovery.
September 23rd, 1846.
Nickname.
The Blue Giant.
Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun, and sometimes is further away from the Sun than frigid Pluto. It is the 4th and the last of the gas giants in our solar system, made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Because it appears watery blue, it is named after the Roman god of the sea. Neptune has the wildest winds in the entire solar system, blowing as fast as 1,200 miles per hour. Jupiter may have its giant red spot, but Neptune has a dark blue storm known as the Great Dark Spot. It even has a very fast-moving storm called Scooter. Neptune has 5 very faint rings that are difficult to see from Earth. Neptune has 8 moons. The largest, Triton, is named after Neptune's son in mythology. Triton is the coldest spot in the solar system and possesses a slight atmosphere with clouds.
Cool. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's go to Jupiter. And just one last glimpse at Neptune all close up. So it's low in the horizon right now, and for me, that's why it's kind of got this murk around it. Hello. But then over here, we've got the little telescope, and I feel like the little telescope can bring out some of the blue color. What do you think? It still looks white on the phone. Let's see if I increase the saturation a little bit. But yeah, that's Neptune right there. All right, let's go look at Jupiter. And we'll come back to Neptune again later on throughout the winter and the fall and everything as it gets higher in the sky and brighter. But that was our first glimpse. Thanks for joining. Okay, here's Jupiter. And let's lower the exposure a bit. I have these crosshairs on so I can better aim the telescope. You can see that there's some clouds out there actually. And yeah, this will be a short live stream. It won't go too long because the clouds are moving in. All right, we should be. Okay, so here's some of the moons. Let's zoom out. And we've got a little bit of a vertical view. I've rotated the cameras tonight. Okay, so there's Jupiter and 2 of its moons. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to play with this exposure here. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm going to mess with the settings a little bit more. So I'm just dropping the gain a little bit. I wanted to see if I can get moons and Jupiter at the same time, but it's pretty difficult. You can see it's kind of murky out here. The sky is not the greatest, but that's still pretty cool. And then over here on this screen, we should be able to see the moons. But I can get rid of the crosshairs. Oh, that's cool. Okay. There. A little double Jupiter before the clouds totally take us out. Pointed at Saturn? Okay, you got it. We're using a Meade, on the top screen, that's a Meade 8-inch ACF, and on the lower screen, we're using a Meade ETX80. So the top one is a 8-inch catadioptric, and the lower one is a 80 millimeter, did I say 80-inch? 80 millimeter refractor. All right, so you said Saturn, you got it. I'm gonna zoom out. I'll zoom out. I'll bust out the crosshairs. I'm gonna increase the exposure. I'll jump to Saturn. Okay, I see Saturn. Speed run tonight. Okay, now let's get it back over in view over here. Oops, wrong way. Okay, that should be good right there. Oh, wait. Whoa, it drifted a little bit, sorry. You can kind of see it. I'll increase the exposure in just a second once I can get the telescope to stop moving. Okay. Maybe. Alright. Let's zoom in. Ta-da. I'll play with the focus just a little bit on the 8-inch ACF here. Let's see, I think I made it worse. Yeah, it's as good as it gets, I guess. Those darn clouds. It's like looking over a toaster, I feel like. Alright, we lost focus. I swear I'm not farting. That's the motorcycle. Okay, there. I think I got it back. It's very touchy focus. It'll probably go out again in just a few seconds here, but there it is. That's really cool. On the lower screen, we've got Saturn and its moons, and on the upper portion of the screen, we have a zoomed-in version of Saturn through the other telescope. Sup, small town? right? All the deep sky objects that I can think about showing are kind of blocked out right now. I just got like this swirl of clouds that's going in the sky, except for over where the planets are. It's kind of cool. But those clouds are coming in here in just probably a few minutes. So let's enjoy this. We were looking at Neptune first, and then we jumped to Jupiter, and now we're at Saturn. So no order. No order here at all. I feel like that's actually a really good view of Saturn. Hey, well, thanks for joining in, fruit-producing child. I appreciate you looking up. All right, did anyone want to go anywhere else? Well, I mean, let me think. Where else can we go, right? No Dumbbell Nebula, no nothing. Saturn it is. That's so cool. All right, well, here come the clouds. Thank you so much for joining in, and till next time, keep looking up. Saturn. Wow, that is so pretty. Uranus? Uranus is actually just below, or just peeking over the horizon, and it's all clouds over in that direction. So I'm not going to tease you anymore by asking you what should we look at. I think the clouds have told me to go home now. Sorry. But thank you again for joining in. I really appreciate it. All right, adios, y'all. Stay spacey. Keep looking up.